Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sean Mack, and if this is your first time here, welcome. I hope this content serves you, and if it does serve you, go ahead and subscribe because I want you to get more of this type of content because this is what you're looking for, guys. And if you are returning, welcome back. I'm so happy that you're here, and I hope that this continues to serve you. So let's get into this. Today we're going to talk about why weight loss slows down. Now, there's a few reasons why weight loss slows down. I'm super excited about this topic because I'm really passionate about plateaus. And considering I've been through them and I've been walking through them, and they're like now a time of peace rather than a time of freaking out and my weight loss has slowed down, what's next? I am really excited to share with you what I have prepared for you today. And the first thing I want to talk to you about with plateau is the simple reality, which is probably going to be most of you, is you don't actually have a low enough calorie intake. It's an unawareness, essentially. You know, you're not consuming less calories than you need to remove. And this is becoming really annoying in the weight loss industry because I follow different fitness professionals just to be relevant. I want to make sure the people that I'm trying to help, I want to know what content they're being fed. And a lot of it is bogus, guys. Because I hear people saying, oh, you need to eat a 2,000 calorie diet on top of this crazy workout to be able to lose weight. And it just breaks my heart. Because when I look at even these fitness professionals' first photos, they are not even overweight. They were never overweight. Like, their before and after is them being skinny to them being super trim, slim, fit. Like, great. But you're telling people things that don't actually relate to them. Like, the people who follow you are not in your world. They haven't been in your kind of world. Anyway, so aside from that, oh, look, there's a baby in the back grabbing her toy. Very good. You go, Emma. So back to my story here. When it comes to weight loss, you need to consume less calories than you put out. Now, when it comes to your caloric intake, you have your BMR, and then you have calories for your daily life, like you type on a computer, you're on a walk to the store, you're going shopping at a store. Those take energy. That takes energy out, right? Now, those are also computed in there, and then you have a workout on top of it. But your BMR is going to be 75 to 80% of your actual caloric intake for the day. So just your brain function, being able to sleep at night, and your natural biology is a lot of calories in itself, okay? So what people are doing is they're focusing away from the BMR and focusing on the fitness. And fitness is great. It helps the mental attitude. It helps your physical strength, but it's not for weight loss. Okay? And so I don't know what kind of advice you've been getting beforehand, but the first thing that you need to learn is that your calories in needs to be less than your calories out to lose weight. Your body needs to let go of the energy that it has stored, because according to the law of thermodynamics, the first law of thermodynamics, energy in equals energy out, meaning energy cannot be created nor destroyed. Okay? You cannot just eat calories and then it dissolves in your body. Everything is energy. Calories means energy. Literally, its definition means energy in Latin. And so when it comes to energy in to energy out, this energy you put in, if you don't work out, then you're actually storing that energy for yourself. And in the Bible, it says a righteous man knows how to satisfy his appetite. And letting go of righteous man thinking about necessarily just a spiritual person, let's think about a good person. A person with good intentions knows how to satisfy their appetite, but the belly of the wicked always suffers want. That's what it says in the Proverbs. And I love the wisdom in that when it comes to energy in equals energy out. It's not righteous to overeat. It's not good to overeat because now you have this stored energy. And you're not letting go of that stored energy, and it becomes harder to release that stored energy because you cannot move as much to function. So anyway, back to the BMR and creating your calorie intake. Now there is a website you can go to. It's called, it's super easy, calculator.net, and you can find a calorie counting calculator that works for figuring out what calorie amount you can have. And I'm going to walk you through this over YouTube real quick. And it's going to give you US units or metric units. So whatever you use, whether you're in another country other than the United States, you might want to use a metric. But, or other units, there's another unit you can use too. But I use US because I live in the United States. So, your first thing is the age. What is your age? For me, I put my age 31. Gender, female, height, 5'9". Those things are immovable. You cannot change that. That's just you in your natural self. I'm not going to get into the whole transgender thing. Like, I'm not worried about that. Like, what are you biologically? That's not what this is about. Okay? Now, when it comes to weight, this is where it changes. A lot of people will put their current weight. You probably thought, okay, now I'm going to put my weight. No, don't put your weight. You're going to put your goal weight. Because the end of the day, it's about becoming your who, not you being you now, because otherwise you're not going to lose weight. So you're going to choose your current, your weight in this category is your goal weight. So for me, it's 140 pounds. Okay, so what is my activity level? Then you're like, oh, I'm super active. I'm training for triathlons. Awesome. But don't click that. Okay, you're really active. You work out 6 to 7 times a week and they're like mildly intense. Or you're active, you're moderate, light, sedentary. Do not worry about any other part except for basal metabolic rate. And I'll explain why you use your basal metabolic rate in a second. You click calculate and then it comes up a number for you. That is your energy in. That's how much you need to consume in a day. For me, it said 1414. I don't know what it said for you. But now the reasons why this is, why it works like this, why BMR is important, because BMR is about 75 to 80% of your actual need for caloric intake without you getting out of bed and what your daily activities are to even brushing your teeth and working out. That is the only number that's certain. Every day, day in, day out, at least 1414. Now, when it comes to you counting calories, if you are working out because you love working out, then great. However, you don't want to include that in your daily rate because what about on a day when you're not working out? You're not going to consume less than you put out. If you do work out that day, you're probably going to be hungrier for more than 1,400 calories, so go ahead and eat more and meet your body's needs. But when it's a day that's just you're going to a Super Bowl party, all you did was just make food and maybe went on a walk with the kids to the park, okay? You're going to follow your BMR, and then if you go over it, it's not a big deal because that's just 75% of what you really need, or 80%. It's a lot. It's like most of your weight. It's most of your energy in, and that's the only number you can truly get that's even remotely close to what you actually spend on a day-to-day basis. You may never actually eat 1414, or for me, 1,414 calories. I may eat more, I may eat less, right? And it's just based off my body's needs. There's some days I'm not hungry at all, like when I'm sick especially. I cannot even eat over 1,000 calories because my body is too tired. I'm just not hungry. I feel sick. I have a stomach flu. I can't consume calories that day, and that's okay too. Fasting is another great thing that our body uses to be able to lose weight, or not just that, but to get well. Fasting is also, it's not evil. It's not anorexic. You know, so many cultures and so many faiths and spiritualities use fasting. And it helps them emotionally, it helps them spiritually, it helps them physically and mentally. Okay, my second point in this, let's say that you're like, okay, I already know this, I'm doing that, and I'm still not losing weight. What gives? Okay, because I've been there too. Now that goes into biology, science. Now here's the thing. Depending, if you know that you have something like PCOS, your BMR is actually going to be lower than the average person, so this calculator doesn't serve you. It's not going to work for you because your BMR is less than what it even gave you. Sad reality. So you might need to eat less than you really think you do. Now, that's one thing. Number two is our bodies are built for famines, through famines. Our bodies are built to thrive and then reproduce. Our body wants to thrive and reproduce. That's it, right? It needs to survive to be able to reproduce and to keep human beings going on this earth. That is its purpose. And when you know that, and it's fact, when it comes to, losing weight, your body doesn't know if you're just trying to lose weight or if you're going through a famine. So what that happens is your metabolism can slow, your digestion slows. And so then you're unable to lose weight because your body's not sure, and it's going through its metabolic rate where it's, kind of like a thermostat. This is a theory. It's not an actual proven law yet, but it's a heavily tested theory that your body, when you are consuming less calories because of the famine mode, it'll make you lose weight, stabilize that weight, lose more weight, stabilize that weight, lose more weight, stabilize that weight. Does that make sense? So that's kind of how their body works, is it doesn't want us to just go straight down, because then if we were in a real famine, we just flat out die and then there's no more human race. It's a problem. So that is the biological component to it. Now I also want to talk about what you should do if you're truly experiencing a plateau. I love plateaus now in my life. I find peace through them, and I don't worry about my weight loss at all, because if you know based off that biology and off the calorie consumption, you're consuming at your BMR and for your goal weight, and you're doing all of this stuff right, and now you're stopped. You're at a standstill. Women's hormones are crazy, especially, and this is you're most likely a woman watching this video, biological woman, because our hormones go crazy, and we lose weight very differently than men do. Men lose it so much more because their hormones are different, and their testosterone levels are way high, which allows them to lose weight much faster. We have much less testosterone, much more estrogen and progesterone, which are both very important hormones for fertility. And that is a huge portion to just even, you're going to go through a plateau. It's just it's life. It's part of life when you're trying to lose weight. Kind of like you went through a plateau actually in weight gain. If you think about it, when you got to your current weight and you saw yourself at a thinner weight before, you plateaued at these heavier weights. You're going to plateau also on your way down. It's just how it works. Every mountain is not straight up or straight down. It's going to have its ups, its valleys, its plateaus, and go up and go down as it's going up sometimes, right? So same thing in weight loss. And so what I can give you advice for letting go of that struggle is to live your life. Live your life. You know you're doing what's right. You're just waiting for your body to catch up, and that's okay. And then 2 is a mental block. And I experienced this. I got down to my lowest weight, which was a 174, and then the next day I got up to 176, then I went up to 178, and then I was up at 180, and then 182. I was like, what happened? In a week, I gained 8 pounds. I was like, how'd this happen? First of all, my period, one reason. Axel, are you done? Axel, are you done? No. Yeah, he's not done. He's playing. Anyway, but I just can't see him. So when I think about these plateaus, my body went from 174 to 182 in less than a week. I was like, whoa, that's never happened to me before. What's going on? First of all, I have an IUD in, so therefore My hormones are going crazy because of the IUD. It's a hormonal IUD, unfortunately, because the non-hormonal one, I'm allergic to copper, so can't do that one. But anyway, so I'm on this IUD, gained a whole bunch of weight right before my period, which also happens in general. I just typically only gain 4 pounds, not 8. But anyway, so going on my way down from that, what has helped me is to just still appreciate my life, enjoy where I was at. I was also extremely stressed because I let go of my nanny, and I was really struggling with this new kind of direction I was going in my business and creating this content and making sure I had time for this, and then my clients, and then my kids. So I chose to not worry about my weight, but to focus on my life and not let food be a distraction, and let me focus entirely emotionally on my situation. So in doing so, today I'm now a pound light of the 182. So I'm at 181. But it is what it is. You know, I'm not concerned about it. I know I'm going to go back down because I know my calorie input is less than my output. So I'm not worried about it. I'm living my 140-pound self. So let me know what you think. Comment below. I'm really excited about this video. I'm super passionate about plateaus, like I said. So I definitely want to hear your thoughts. I'll see you in the next video.